this morning, we declare a zone of special operations in South South to include the communities of Russia, Darling Street, and Dexter Street.
And
the curfew hours will remain at 10 p.m. nightly to 5 a.m. the following morning until 5 a.m. on January 28, 2022. All the other measures will also remain unchanged.
You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. At the start of the week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness welcomed a new cabinet. The reshuffle included 3 new cabinet members and a new Attorney General. During Tuesday's virtual swearing-in ceremony, hosted by the Governor General, Mr. Holness said the reassignment was done in part to increase efficiency and properly execute the people's mandate.
What we have sought to do in restructuring the government is to ensure that the legal, constitutional, and justice arm is so structured that it can have a greater rate of efficiency and turnover in terms of the development of legislation, the passage of legislation, the review of legislation, the necessary reforms that have to be done, the giving of advice, so that all other ministries of government can see an acceleration in their pace of delivering on the mandate that the people gave us in September 2020. We must move on with our lives. We must get our economy back on track. We cannot allow ourselves to be defeated by the pandemic. We cannot afford another lockdown. We cannot afford tighter curfew hours. We must learn to live with this virus.
As a result, the curfew hours and other measures remain unchanged until January 28. The Prime Minister also reminded persons to practice the COVID-19 prevention control measures and get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated, strengthen your immune system, follow the protocols, and let us all learn to live with this virus. That is the only way we will defeat it.
Up to January 17, 26% of Jamaicans have received at least one dose of a vaccine. Still in Parliament Tuesday, the Prime Minister welcomed the return to face-to-face instructions for the island schools. As at January 10, approximately 954 of the 983 primary and high schools have been approved as COVID-19 compliant by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. He reiterated government's commitment to providing a safe school environment and called on parents to monitor their children and keep them home if they are unwell.
This is the only way we will be able to keep the infection rate down in our schools. Calculate your risk and make investments.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness is charged to investors Wednesday as he launched Kingston Wharves Limited KWL's $60 million investment in logistics and port infrastructural development. The disbursement includes $30 million for the redevelopment of Berth 7 to serve additional vessels, a mobile harbor crane, and $25 million to expand logistics service offerings at the Ashenheim Road warehouse complex. The Prime Minister says the project is expected to create opportunities for new, attractive, high-skilled jobs and position Jamaica as the maritime and logistics center of the Americas.
The projects that we are here to launch this afternoon are the latest in a continuous stream of investments that have resulted in steady progress in restoring the competitive luster of Kingston Harbour and the Jamaican port and maritime sector.
Mr. Holness says plans are also advanced for crafting policies to integrate the island's development of its ocean and green economies. And by Sunday, the Prime Minister was at Jamaica House announcing the 7th Zone of Special Operations, ZOZO. This zone is now in effect for South Savannah-Lamar and Westmoreland, to include the communities of Russia as well as Darling and Dexter Streets. Mr. Holness says the Joint Security and Community Development Initiative will bring peace and well-being to the area.
I am aware of the conditions of terror that the people endure. I feel their pain. And I know that the vast majority of residents in those gang-captured communities, whether in central Kingston, Augustown, or South South, are peaceful, law-abiding citizens who simply want to live in peace.
Murders in the Westmoreland Police Division increased by 60% in 2021. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.